I don't know if this is just the men that I've been exposed to or if this is all men. But I've noticed in a lot of my relationships, I'm extremely affectionate. I
Mm-hmm.
love showering my like the person I'm with affection. I love doing cute things for them. I just love spoiling them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm the kind of person like you'll never sit there wondering how I feel about you. Like that's just literally not possible because like I just
Mm-hmm.
put it all out there. I'm a very open person. But I feel like a lot of the guys that I'm with, it's like, or I have been with in the past, it's like, I don't like affection, or it's like, I don't like too much cuddling, or like it makes them feel feminine or something. It's like so much men that I've been exposed to are like so like squeamish when it comes to like being lovey dovey. I don't get it. So
I
like,
love that shit.
see, and
That's my shit.
that's
I stay cuddling on some.
see that and that's what blows my mind. Maybe it's just the men that I've been exposed to. So in that sense, I think like that's what I mean. Like I want my partner to make me feel to show that kind of level of affection where I'm not questioning if I'm wanted or
Mm,
desired or loved or anything like that. Like there's no question about it. Like cuz I like a
yeah.
lot of affection
Mm.
and
You basically want a man to understand your love language, the way you communicate, the way you receive love, not the way he
correct.
gives love, but the way you receive love.
Correct. And I understand like some guys like their love language isn't physical affection, but that's my love language. Like if you can't
Mm.
even meet that basic level of meeting my love language, I'm perpetually going to be unhappy in a relationship. You could be the perfect man, but if I don't feel like spoiled with affection, I'm going to be
Mm-hmm.
unhappy.
That makes
It's
perfect
like
sense.
it's a very big thing for me. So that's what I mean like in terms I always equated it as feminine traits because I thought all men were like that.
Nah,
um
humans love that junk. Boys had teddy bears, girls had teddy bears. I love cuddling, love it. I'm one of those people that love like just she walked past me and just rub my back, just touch my head. That's my love language, just physical.
Mhm.
I think it truly comes down to first of all the man you experienced, which is kind of the point. Like you hear a lot of people say you should date a lot, go out on dates at least one a week to experience what's available. Because as long as it's why I love going to like fancy hotels and experiencing like or what's $1,000 a night hotel look like. What is it like to drive a Lamborghini? And like it was a horrible drive, like it was bumpy as hell. I'm like, no, I don't want that. But before you can say you don't like something, you have to experience it just a tiny bit, a date,
True.
something. Unfortunately, you need exposure. So when you say I'm not actively dating because I'm protecting my peace, you're never going to experience what you look. It's like two introverts trying to find each other.
Of course, I acknowledge that I'm not gonna find anyone just staying in my room. Like
Mm.
I know that. I think it's I'm literally trying to work up the courage to allow someone into my space.
What
I
are you
don't
afraid
think
of?
I'm afraid of them disturbing it. I'm afraid of someone potentially bringing up old doubts and fears and things that I struggled with these last couple of years. Like them somehow doing something that triggers that and brings it back up. And now I've got to spend the next 3 to 4 months addressing that and fixing that.
I think that's the issue. You talk about working on yourself. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
any surgeons that do surgery on themselves. Not a single one. I'm gonna give myself plastic surgery. I'm gonna give myself open heart. As good as a doctor can
True.
be, I'm like they could be certified, board certified, all that. They can't do surgery on themselves, and that's why
Yeah.
I feel like podcasts have kind of filled in the space of therapy, where like, all right, you probably should go to a professional, but at some point, just talking and getting things out of your head and letting somebody critique it and say, I don't need a man. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Or I don't need a woman because my last girl hurt me. Like I'm fresh out of a relationship, fresh out, and
Yeah.
I have to take accountability and say, all right, before I point the finger, before I say she was toxic, before she did this, I have to say, all right, I was involved. What am I afraid of? How's my next relationship going to be affected by what I experienced, and have I truly addressed it and healed from that?
Mm-hmm.
And it may not just be me thinking about it and or I'm gonna go on a road trip and just think about my relationship. I need to go talk to somebody. All right, you experienced this relationship, this, and this. You did this wrong. She messed up over here. What is your outlook on your next relationship? What are your thoughts concerning the
True.
next woman? And if I start bringing up, well, all these women out here, like, oh, all women? all like the language gives you away.
True.
You
That
you
is
can
true.
tell by somebody's choice of words, even if it's unconscious. It's just a Freudian slip. Your choice of words tells me what's in your heart. It tells me what you're thinking about, especially when
Mhm.
you haven't talked for a good minute, and then it all comes spilling out like a fire hydrant. I'm like, oh, she
Yeah.
chose that word. She's in flow state. I sit here and let you talk, and I just listen. I listen. I'm like, there's
Yeah.
a pattern. There's fear. There's hurt. There's disappointment.
Yeah.
And she knows what she wants, but she knows if she goes after it and it doesn't want her back, which is a huge part of dating, is that you might find exactly what you're looking for. Unfortunately, that human has free will. They have to want you back as well. So now you're kind of stuck between I have to risk everything I am, including my peace, including my comfort, my happiness, and my current state that I worked so hard to get. It took me years to get here. And I finally get what I want in terms of waking up and being happy with myself. That
Hmm.
if I try to leave here to go get something, I might come back and what I had was gone. So it's almost as if you keep what you have, it's like keeping cash. Inflation
Hmm.
is going to kill it. You have to invest it. And with
Yeah.
investment comes the risk of loss.